Hi, good afternoon, Gangarajan and Nanda.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mike.
Hi. Nanda, you're on mute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. How are you all?
Very good. Very good. Vinayak.
Yeah.
Okay, Vinayak, our things at your end.
Yeah, absolutely fine. Okay, we can start the call?
Yeah, someone else joining from your side?
No, that would be just
Okay,
sure. Thank
okay,
you so
okay,
much, both of you, for joining this call. Quick introduction. My name is Vinayak, and I'm part of the sales team here at Sales and Profit. I'm based in Bangalore. So, Sales
okay,
and Profit, it's a B2B sales performance improvement company. As an organization, we are quite passionate about B2B sales, especially the science part of sales. This is where we help organization in improving their sales KPIs and metrics. And the way we do it is through sales consulting, sales enablement, and sales recruitment. In sales consulting, we cover the whole gamut of sales, which is defining your go-to-market strategy to what kind of sales talent to hire, what should be the right incentive structure, review mechanism, sales marketing alignment, and so on. Followed by that is sales enablement, where over a period of time, we have developed our proprietary methodologies and framework, wherein we focus purely on your sales process, which is suspect to order journey. Here, with the help of these methodologies and framework, we enable your team so that they can further improve and see a change in their sales performance, be it with respect to win rate, reducing sales cycle, forecast accuracy, and so on. And last one is sales recruitment, wherein considering we are into B2B sales, so we remain focused on hiring only sales talent, mid to senior level, and only for technology sector. This is a quick bit
okay.
about who we are as an organization. I would like to take a pause and would request both of you to quickly help us understand a little bit more about yourself, and then we'll take it on.
Sure, sure. So primarily before getting into about us, I wanted to understand a bit more about what you do, right?
Sure.
You mentioned about three things. One is the recruitment of sales guys, and
Mm-hmm.
that is the last part you do. And first part is you spoke about the process and making it
Yeah. Sales
reproducible or
concept.
making it,
Yeah.
yeah, making it as a
Yeah.
science
Yeah.
to the sales process. And one part is the training of the sales guys. These
That's
are
right.
three tangents, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. So to quick intro about us, I'm Ganga Rajan. I'm CEO of Hakuna Matata Solutions. I primarily, one of my job goals is to handle the sales part of it. Uh, Hakuna Matata is an IT services firm focused on three geographies, primarily US, Middle East, and India, targeting B2B companies or to put it mid-market enterprises in manufacturing, logistics, and healthcare. Our solution is to our offerings are divided into three verticals. One is AI-driven application development and application modernization, and two, AI workflow automation, and three, the products are developed on top of ServiceNow, the platform of ServiceNow. These are
Okay.
the three offerings we take to the market, and we target three geographies: India, Middle East, and US, and industries are manufacturing, logistics, and healthcare.
Okay.
This is what we do. Our sales team is pretty nimble, mostly run by founders. We
Okay.
have three founders, one handling the account-based sales, which is done by Nanda. He manages the existing accounts and he penetrates into the existing accounts. Myself and Anand do the outbound sales or hunting new logos,
Okay.
primarily differentiated by the geographies. I handle US and to an extent partners. Anand handles Middle East and India.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Sure. Thank you so much. Uh, Now, in terms of today's conversation, right, I understand my colleague approached you. Any specific
Yeah.
expectations you have from today's call?
No, we would like to understand what exactly you guys do because training is it's more of a very 40,000 feet
Mm-hmm.
climb, right? We train
Sure.
sales guys. I would like to
Mm-hmm.
understand a bit more. And from the process perspective, I would like to understand how do you help in the demand generation part of it, or you do right from the research and demand generation part of it. Do you guys really
Mm-hmm.
look into that, or it's a job? You help us how to do it. I would like to understand a bit more on that.
Sure. So, Gangarajan, the way we operate, right? Of course, there are the services that I highlighted. Of course, they are there. But the way we normally operate is we would like to first understand about your current sales part, this current sales process. How does that look like, and what are the current issues that you are facing, and how do you want to address them, and what are the sales metrics that you wish to improve or enhance. Based on
Hmm.
that, normally we come back and do an analysis, first do a diagnostic, then analyze the situation and come back and recommend what could be the best possible solution. Having said that, because sales is a, I'm sure you know, right? It's a vast function. There isn't any specific module or a specific training or specific intervention that will address all of your challenges. Hence, we always recommend is let's focus on those top 20 things that yields or contributes to 60 to 70% of the results, rather than doing everything at a time. Then it may not really work. And to answer your question on the overall activity front, so the things can be addressed through a sales consulting as well as through a sales enablement intervention. But based on the way your sales team is currently placed. And on the second front, which is about your demand generation piece, uh, the lead generation front, we don't do it in-house. We are not a lead generation agency, whereas we can help you connect with some of our contacts, and you can separately have a conversation with them purely on
No,
the lead.
I'm not looking at outsourced lead generation. I'm looking more on the strategy part of it.
Sure. Okay, fine. Then makes sense. Yeah. So in terms of strategy part on the overall hunting piece, right? So there are multiple things that contribute to the overall lead generation or the strategy for generating leads through, especially through a outbound form. The first and foremost thing, normally what the world-class sales organization they follow, right? Their ideal customer profile has to be absolutely clear, with clear, and normally it is clear to the leadership level or the sales leadership level. But your frontline sales, inside sales, marketing team, they need to be absolutely crystal clear with respect to ideal customer profile. Because so far, I mean, the business is being driven by you, right? And once the outbound activity has to happen, then so this is a first and foremost thing. So is that clearly defined currently, your ideal customer profile?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. On a firmographic point of view, demographic point of view, technography, psychographic, on all those aspects, is it
No,
crystal?
yeah, it's very clear. Only the area where we are facing challenges is
Mm-hmm.
identifying people who fit that ICP. See,
Okay.
if you ask me, for each of the service, we have a clear definition of what is the destination we're looking at, what is the size revenue of the company, what is the geography, what kind of
Mm-hmm.
technology they should have an exposure to. We have a
Mm-hmm.
clear definition of all these parameters. The
Okay.
challenge is identifying people who suit that profile.
Okay.
Because see, your demography and your company size, employee size,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy to find out.
Mm-hmm.
But from the technology adoption point of view, it's kind of difficult to understand what these guys are using, right? For example,
Mm-hmm.
if I want to identify a company which is using ASP.NET,
Mm-hmm.
which
Okay.
is a legacy technology,
Mm.
that's where we face challenge. But from the
Okay.
ICP point of view, it's very clear.
So it's clear, right? Okay, then fantastic. So but have you tried any outsourcing a database from a third party
Yeah,
agent? Yeah.
we have been using Apollo. We have people who can call in on off because
Mm-hmm.
that
Okay.
is there. See, currently our sales is driven into two parts, right? Inbound and outbound.
Mm-hmm.
Outbound, we do pretty much integrated campaign, right from emails,
Okay.
LinkedIn, and calling.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And even the email campaign or the target database, we have identified specifically 500 companies which we want to penetrate into.
Mm-hmm.
We do a year-round campaign with the different services or different content. We are connected with almost all of the people through LinkedIn. And
Mm-hmm.
my team, the outsource guy, he calls up. He has a team of 3, 4 people. We
Okay.
keep calling and getting us an appointment, right?
Mm,
That happens, but the success rate is very less in terms
mhm,
of number of appointment. And
mm,
inbound also, we get a decent traffic on our website for the specific pages,
mm.
which is driven through blogs, and we are listed in almost all the AI search engines
Mhm.
like
Okay.
Gemini and ChatGPT. Almost all
Mm,
the top
mm,
traffic
fine.
sources is through AI for us today.
Mm,
So both inbound and outbound, we are pretty much matured, I would say.
mm,
But one area where we may have to focus is on the events, networking, references part of it. That's where we are lagging.
Okay, okay, understand. So, but on this you mentioned, right? You're already using multiple platforms to source that kind of a database who use specific
Yeah.
technology stacks, right? And the team is also reaching out to them proactively. But the meetings are not happening. Is my understanding right?
No, the meetings happen. See, yeah, to certain geographies they were not getting enough meetings. For example, in the US we are not getting enough meetings, but in Middle East and India we are getting decent number of meetings.
Okay, okay, understand. But generally, what happens? Where do they struggle in terms of, because they are reaching out to the right set of prospects and who may have a requirement, but any
See,
reason?
the one reason I'm not, see, one specific thing is I'm not sure whether outbound is right way to reach people today, because today if you look at from the technology point of view, right, the IT services people, the competition is quite high. Almost every CIO or every head enterprise application is hunted by more than 100 people. Everyone is trying to reach out to them, and there is no specific differentiator also. So the sourcing methodology of the buyer has changed. They don't believe in people who are reaching out to them on a cold way. So they look for some kind of a background references or some kind of connect, right? Some kind of context. It would be some alumni or
Yeah,
from some common network or some references.
yeah.
So that is the need, right? Because we get about 8 to 10 meetings. But how do we take that post that, right? Even we which they say they're interested, but to get them to the next stage, you need some context.
Understand. Yeah. No, you're right. Actually, partially, I agree with you because nowadays, especially post-COVID, right, everybody is bombarded with so many calls, emails, and everything. But based on our experience working with a lot of technology companies, outbound sales is still quite effective, especially through all the cold calling or email. It still works. The what has changed is primarily the way we approach those prospects and what kind of value messaging we communicate to them. That is important. Unfortunately, most of the organizations or the sales colleagues, right, what they do is they do a spray and pray kind of a methodology wherein they give the same message to each and every decision influencer, be it the CIO, CTO, head of IT, director, manager level, and then they expect some results. But there are a lot of things that need to be personalized. And when I say personalization, not just from a organization name, those kind of point of view, but more from a highlighting what's in it for that specific persona whom we are approaching. This could be through email and in the cold calling also, right? Cold calling definitely is tough and it still works also, but that's where your elevator pitch plays extremely important role. So within that initial 45 to 90 seconds, right? How exactly, as a seller, I'm communicating that value messaging and showcasing what's in it for them. That will define whether that salesperson will get an opportunity for a sales conversation. Because that first call is not to pitch your services or products. It's more about showcasing I exist and I can do this so and so, one, two things, two, three things for you. And then exploring an opportunity for a sales conversation. Because to get one meeting, there are multiple things that has to gel well, right? That ICP we spoke about, your elevator pitch should be absolutely fine. Then third one is objection handling, because in cold outreaches, people get a lot of objections thrown at them. How effectively I can manage those objections, that is another important piece. And nowadays, a lot of AI tools have come in, right? So how do you leverage those AI tools so that our penetration increases? All these things contribute to that one meeting.
Yeah,
So this is
see,
what
yeah,
organizations are now
yeah,
following.
we use AI tools to customize the email for
Mhm.
every target customer, right?
Okay.
Because with Apollo.io, you
Mm,
can primarily customize every email
mm,
to an extent based on the
mm,
target users in LinkedIn and web
mm,
persons. You can customize the entire email.
mm,
That's how we have been.
mm. Okay, okay. But generally, what's your emails to response ratio? Any idea?
See, emails to response is pretty, I would say less than 4-5%, right? That's what we
Mhm.
have. Open
Okay.
rate would be about 15 to 20%.
Mm-hmm.
Response rate is not even 4. It would be less than 1%.
Yeah.
The open rate would be about 15 to 20. Click rate 5 to 7.
Mm.
Response rate would be very less.
Yeah. So because the global number, what it says is the email response ratio is between 1 to 2%. And in few
Okay,
extremely
global.
good,
Okay.
extremely good situation, it could be around 3 to 4%, but not more than that. Here and there it could happen, but on an average it is between 1 to 2%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about your statistics, right? What is the average kind of, what are the kind of size of companies you work with?
So, Gangarajan, we work with multiple size of organization. When it comes to sales enablement and sales consulting, we work with organizations starting from 50 plus employee till more than 10,000 employee company also. So you spoke about
No,
service.
sorry. Can you come again? You kind of
Am I
lost
audible?
in. Yeah.
Yeah, we work with organizations for sales consulting and enablement above any organization above 50 employees. To
Okay.
10,000
15.
plus employees also we have worked for, especially
Okay.
sales enablement front. Yeah, we work with some of the large organizations in the IT
Okay.
services segment. Yeah. And
Okay.
in recruitment, our ICP is slightly different. We work with companies because there we operate only on the tech segment, right? So where
Yeah.
we work with organizations that are more than 200 employee companies.
Okay. Okay.
That's how it happens. Yeah.
Okay. So typically, how does your engagement work? It is an ongoing engagement, or how does that look like?
So it depends purely on the service line as well as the overall scope of work. For
Okay.
example, in the sales consulting segment, it is purely based on the duration, because sales process we are talking about the revamping the entire process, right? At least some portion of it. So there, it typically the engagement duration is important, because normally it starts from 3 months to 1 year and more than 1 year, 1.5 year to 2 year. And purely man hour basis, it depends. And on the sales enablement front, it depends on the module and the duration. That's how it happens.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we have to give me we have to be clear whether we can work together even from the commercial point of view, right? To give if you have to quote some kind of an average
Mhm.
engagement, what would be that? I understand you may have to customize it
Yeah.
based on my needs, but
Mm.
how does your average price list or the listed price work?
So this you're referring to which service line? Because that is also important. As I
Right.
mentioned, the investment varies based on the service.
Right. So, for example, if you look at sales enablement or the training of key salespeople.
Okay. Understand. So sales enablement, normally on an average, it is we charge based on the, as I mentioned, number of days. Okay.
Okay.
Per batch is what we charge. So on an average, we charge around 1.4 lakh rupees per day per batch, where a
Okay.
batch should consist of anywhere between 8 to 18 people.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay. The
that's
number of days would vary based on the module, is it?
Yeah, based on the module. Because, like as I mentioned, right, Gangaraj, there are multiple modules in the entire sales system or the sales process.
Right.
So
Right.
for inside sales, it could be just another basic module, right? For example, we have a module called as securing more meaningful meetings, which is
Okay.
specifically meant for the inside sales community, who are responsible for generating more and more appointments
Meetings.
with
Yeah.
the right stakeholders. So it's a 2-day workshop. Then there is another module called as smart selling process, which is focuses on how do you prepare for your important meetings, be it a face-to-face meeting or a virtual meeting. So it's also a 2-day workshop. Then opportunity management is also another one, which focuses on, okay, you have a qualified in opportunity. Now the intention is to make sure we win fast. Or if I'm
Right.
going to lose it, let me make sure I lose it fast. That combined together, it becomes a 3-day workshop. Then specifically managing your existing key accounts or strategic accounts, that's another 2-day workshop. Like that, multiple modules are there.
Okay. Okay, do you think it would be a fair idea, better idea if we can share us the list of training modules where we can pick and choose, or how would
So,
you recommend?
I would definitely not recommend that model, because it
Okay.
becomes like a
Okay.
product focus. Then it may not
Mm.
really add value to you. So
So,
what I
okay.
would rather request is, let's slightly get into a detailed conversation and understand about your current sales word. So
Okay.
what are the things that are working? What's your current sales process looks like? What sales challenges? Of course, one you mentioned about getting right meetings, getting to the right database itself. All right.
Right.
So let's understand your pain points and let us give us an opportunity to analyze it, then come back and recommend. Otherwise, I don't want to recommend any solution or force fit any solution. Then because training, trust me, whatever modules or methodologies I spoke about it, they're absolutely fantastic. So you will definitely find value in it. But where exactly the ball gets dropped, right? If in case it's not being imposed or if it's not being practiced on a day-to-day basis, then everything falls apart because sales guys occupied, then after 2 weeks everybody forgets everything, then they go back to their earlier way of doing it. Hence I don't want that to happen with you. Hence
Mm.
first ideal way is to first understand your sales word, then identify what are those top 1 2 3 sales challenges or sales KPIs or metrics you want to improve, then recommend a solution. It
Okay.
becomes more
So,
personalized to your word. Yeah.
okay. Do you have a discovery questionnaire kind of a thing, or how do we go about that?
So normally we get on a conversation
Okay.
with your team, wherein we involve one of our sales consultant also to
Okay.
understand these things. Then post that we come back and recommend. Question
Okay.
means, of course, questions are there, but it becomes slightly difficult because it's a lengthy list and we may not get a right answer, complete answer also. So we always suggest request a conversation itself.
Okay. Okay.
So wherein we can have
And
that discussion.
this is for the sales enablement part of it, right?
Yeah, it is a combination of sales enablement and consulting. Because
Okay.
sales enablement is a part of sales consulting. Because in sales
Okay.
consulting, we talk about the complete sales organization itself, where sales enablement is a smaller portion of it. And the approach remains the same in sales consulting also, wherein we get into a conversation and do it, whereas the delivery is slightly different. In sales enablement, it's like a more of a facilitator-led training workshops, right? Wherein a facilitator come and delivers the workshops. And these are all the sales workshops, wherein it's not just a theory wherein we will come and teach you, okay, this is how the sales needs to be done. No, that anyways you know how to sell a product or a service. We just focus on, okay, the way there is a sales process. Similarly, there is a buying process. So we help in
Okay.
aligning that sales process and buying process. So that's more of a facilitator-led session. Whereas in consulting, it's more of a conversation with you on a prolonged period of time. For example, we say minimum there should be a one day commitment from you per month at least. 1 day means which is around typically 8 hours of conversation, wherein the consultant starts engaging with you on the whatever scope of work that has been agreed, and so he
Okay.
stays with you.
Is it one-to-one communication or one-to-many? Because sales is done by primarily many people, right?
Yeah, so normally we are open actually. It purely depends on the organization. At times,
Okay.
some of the areas the organization leader says that okay, let the leadership level be involved in this. And in
Okay.
few cases, they say that okay, for example, we worked with a company which is into ServiceNow. So they were a partner, ServiceNow partner in Jaipur, right?
Okay.
So they wanted us to conduct their entire sales reviews. So the consultant got involved with them on their bi-monthly sales reviews and deal
Okay.
coaching also, wherein, okay, because sales guys, I'm sure you know, right? I mean, so they get excited whenever a lot of opportunities comes their way. But let's be honest, we can't win each and every opportunity. So we are going to lose. So we helped them in terms of reviewing their entire deals. Okay, what are the
Okay.
deals that they are working? Are they going to win those deals or no? Or if they are struggling, right, how exactly they can probably move forward with the right methodology and a strategy in place. So
Okay.
it depends, and we are open for one-on-one or a leadership level also.
Okay. Okay.
That's how it happens.
And see, one of the other important thing is how do you package your service, right? One thing which differentiates smaller companies and bigger company, or which is sales mature company, is how do
Mhm.
you package what you're doing, right? It's not about naming the service. It's also about how you propose your value, how you do a elevator pitch, what kind of value drivers, or
Yeah,
putting some frameworks, fancy terms into
Mhm.
that, right? That's where you can excite people and get meetings.
Yeah,
So do
absolutely.
you guys also work on that, or how does that happen? Do you guys get into that kind of consulting, or is just on the process consulting part of it?
So as an organization, yeah, our focus is purely on bringing in the common sales language or a process across the sales team. And
Okay.
as part of it, of course, because though most of our sales consultant, they come from a technology selling background itself. Those
Okay.
who have lived the life of a salesperson for at least 2 decades. And then they associated with for a sales consulting team. So based on their experience, of course, they will be in a position to recommend some of those jargons and important hooks, right? I would call. So that can always attract or get an
So
attention.
what you're saying is it's more of a byproduct than a core focus, right?
Yeah, you can say that. Whereas sales
Okay.
is all about the process, right? So we'll always focus on that
No, to an
process.
extent, it's yeah, I agree. I don't deny that part. It's all the process is a key thing so that you don't drop your ball at any point of time.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
sometimes it's also about how do you brand yourself or how do you package yourself, right,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get the
absolutely.
exact.
Exactly.
Because
That.
I feel that's one area we lack. You
Mm-hmm.
asked me the two things I can say as a feedback, right, from
Yeah.
our side. One is the demand generation part, getting the right
Mm,
meetings,
mm.
and two is like sending the right message so that you get the right
Yeah,
meetings.
yeah, absolutely. That is, anyways, I think I spoke about that elevator pitch, right? I think whatever
Yeah.
you are mentioning, that is, anyways, a certain portion of it will fall in the elevator pitch segment also. So where,
Not just the elevator picture, right? It's also about packaging your service, right? How do
yeah,
you put some, yeah,
no, I
yeah,
understand. Yeah, yeah. No,
yes.
I just gave an example. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Right,
during the
right.
journey, right? Yeah, because it's a see, we will never say that okay, we know everything and this is how needs to be. No, it's more of a okay, I would say discovery learning kind of a thing. So during the conversation, yeah, that can always be worked out for sure.
Okay, okay.
So any questions you have for me on this side?
No, Vinayak. So on the consulting part, it's also based on number of days per month, is it? That's
Yeah,
how you
man
guys
hour.
charge.
Primarily,
Okay,
scope of work is important, and then based on the overall scope of work, we can communicate or decide on the overall what is the duration required. And as I
okay, okay.
mentioned, yeah, we say at least minimum 1 month should be consumed in 1 month.
One day
One day
per month.
should be
Day,
consumed in 1 month. Yeah.
okay, and you get minimum of 3 months of engagement. Right? That's what.
Yeah, it depends. Actually, few cases, right? For example, if it's just an ICP part, right? I'm just
Right.
giving example. Then the duration could be relatively smaller. If it's more of the
Okay,
entire
okay.
sales process, then duration could be relatively
Bit
long.
higher. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it purely
yeah.
depends. Yeah,
And from the sales enablement, it's a more of a package, but you
yeah,
will comment after discovery session.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And this coaching part again, you said it's minimum 1 day per month. Again, is it charged based on man-day basis, or what would be the approximate charges?
So coaching, I mean, the consulting, you mean to say?
The
Consulting.
the
Yeah.
process consulting part
So
of.
consulting is on an average, normally we charge around 90,000 to 1 lakh rupees per day.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, for around 8 hours. On paper, yeah, we look for 8 hours, but generally, yeah, it probably can go plus or minus also. But on an
okay,
average, it is
okay,
90,000 to 1 lakh rupees per day. That's how it.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, Vinayak.
yeah,
So I think we have all the information we require.
sure.
So what would
So,
be your proposed next step? We have to discuss internally, but how does that happen from here?
so my request is to both of you is so let's plan one conversation, hour long conversation, wherein
Okay,
I'll ask one of my sales consultant also to be part of this call. So
okay,
where we can
Sure.
slightly go deeper into our current sales world, understand what's
okay,
working well, what's not working well. So because if things are working well, let's not touch those things unnecessarily and rock the boat, right? Let's identify those important things, then focus on how do we leverage those things and see a change in that specific area rather than doing everything. And post that, of course, we can come back and recommend you what could be the best possible intervention.
okay, okay, fine.
Just
Yeah.
before we get into that side, just couple of questions. So you mentioned only, so as of now, you three, the founders are only driving the sales, right?
You know, from the leadership point of view, but of course we have our inbound team and campaign team.
Sure.
We have about a few people on that.
Okay. Okay.
But the sales guy kind of a thing, it's only our three of us.
Mm-hmm. And you do not have any plans of hiring a sales team, frontline salesperson?
No, we had teams, but we may have to look at one point of time. Currently, we want to
Mm-hmm.
become more of an account based sales team. So
Okay.
which we feel it's better we
Mm-hmm.
drive it for some time. And once we have more accounts, then probably we hire people.
Okay. But so your current business is what? More from your existing accounts, from your new accounts?
Now,
Existing
currently,
accounts.
it was existing account to an extent, but currently we are also we are more out new account based sales as
New
well.
logo acquisition is also.
Yeah, is priority now.
Okay. But I mean, you have inbound flow pretty good.
Yes. Not
Okay.
pretty good.
Mhm,
I would say. See, we have a whole lot of qualification, right? I
mhm.
would say we acquire about 2 to 3 accounts per year through inbound.
Okay.
Other than it would be one-off project, that would be another 2, 3, but that would
Mhm.
not be of importance. We just take it
Okay.
up to the project. But at
Understood.
least we ensure that we get a good 2 logos, which can be accounts on a long-term basis.
Mhm. Understand. And generally, what's your average deal value looks like approximately?
Deal value, but if it's in India, it's about 25 to 30 lakhs in
Okay.
India.
Mhm.
Middle East, again, it would be in the same range. US,
Okay.
we are looking at 40 to 50 lakhs.
Mhm. Okay. And generally, the deal sales cycle, how long that takes normally?
Sales cycle, in India, it's getting longer and longer.
Yeah, I agree
I
with
would say it used to be 1 or 2 months. Uh,
you.
as on when from the day they visit our webpage and fill the read or send an email. From
Uh-huh.
there to closing the project, it used to be 8 to 10 weeks. But
Uh-huh.
today it's gone from 12 to 14 weeks, sometimes even 16 weeks. It's
Mhm.
become more than 3 months now.
Okay. And based on your experience, what could be the reason that you have noticed?
Well, see the intervention of AI in application development and the lot of tools and AI tools which has made application development easier. People are now worried about investing in application development and
Hmm.
outsourcing it to someone.
Yeah.
People want to try to in-house. There are a lot of mandates to try to in-house. A lot of
Hmm.
insourcing happening.
Yeah.
That is one area. And even with the new AI process automation, they want to be sure before investing. There are a lot of doubts in process automation AI
Hmm.
thing.
Okay.
So both things are happening.
Okay. Understand. And once the lead generated between if I divide sales into three buckets, right? First one is the suspect to prospect identification. Second one is prospect to opportunity creation. And third one is opportunity creation to opportunity conversion, which is all about acquiring your customer. And fourth one, probably you are managing your existing accounts. Let's keep that aside for some time. The first three buckets, right? What do you feel? Which is the biggest area of pain as on today?
I think the first one, opportunity
Respect to.
identification,
Mhm.
generating opportunities.
Okay.
Because once we have a fairly decent hold in keeping the customer engaged, mining the opportunity and
Mhm.
taking it towards proposal, right? So
Mhm.
the opportunity management and closer to an extent, that could be the second problem area. The first problem area, I think it's the
Mhm.
opportunity identification, generating enough opportunities.
Okay. Understand. Got it. But so, for example, if you approach or converse with some 10 prospects, right? How many convert into a opportunity? What is that ratio looks like?
Typically, it would be 30%, 2 to 3%, two
Okay.
to three. But
Uh-huh.
talking to 10 people is the challenge.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Approaching that 10 prospects is a
Yeah.
Okay. But isn't it nowadays quite easy, right? Nowadays, since you're using already Apollo, right? There are many similar such platforms.
No. You can talk, you can reach out,
Mhm.
or you can send an emails, but they should respond, right? If
Mm.
you,
Yeah, getting that response, of course, I understand is a challenge.
yeah, that's a challenge. Getting a meeting itself is a challenge, right? When you talk to 10 people in the meeting,
Mm.
then you get 2 to 3, minimum 2 to 3 qualified to the next stage
Mm.
where there is an opportunity. Or
Mm.
somebody say, I am interested, let's talk about after 2 months, after 3 months. So
Okay.
that happens, 3 to 4 happens. I would even put it in 40%. But
Okay.
talking to 10 people per month
Mm.
across 3 geographies, 30
Okay.
people per month is what
Okay.
we want to get to. That's where we face challenge.
Mm. And this is remains same even during the cold calls also?
Yeah, I'm putting both together,
Both
both
email.
inbound and cold put
Okay.
together.
Understand.
Cold calling, we are just focusing it for the Middle East part of it. So
Mm.
there we are getting 5 to 6 meetings per month.
Okay. Understand. Got it. All right. So,
Cold calling in the US, it didn't work. We tried it in India. In
Yeah.
India, it's easy to get meetings, but people are not serious. They come for meetings, then they don't respond, they ghost you.
Yeah.
Middle East, at least there is a good chance when they come for meeting, they're serious about the requirement. So
Yeah.
we are getting 5 to 6 meetings per year, per month, and at least if you look at we have been doing only cold calling in Middle East for the last 2 months. We
Okay.
have at least 6 qualified opportunities in the pipeline
Mm-hmm.
where we have given proposal, we have done presentations. That happens. But in the US, we were not able to get meetings at all. In India, the success rate is very less after the meeting.
Yeah, I understand. Got it. Yeah, because there could be multiple reasons for that. Yeah, in India, unfortunately, yeah, we are not tuned to saying no, right? Upfront on the face.
Yeah.
Even though we don't
Yes.
want to buy anything, but we still say that, okay, let me think, let me come back. That kind of a conversations more. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
No, that happens. I understand.
Yeah.
That's why
Mm,
people come just because they said yes to the phone, or sometimes they
yeah,
say yes, then they don't turn up to the meeting. That
yeah,
also happens.
right. I get that. But I think we can we can probably go slightly deeper also on this one, because
Yeah.
not getting a meeting or things are getting stalled after the first round of discussion, and this is a very common challenge across the industry and organization. Because that initially it is like more of such situation wherein it is important but not necessarily urgent for the customer.
Right.
So as a seller, right now, my time is also equally important for me. So
Yes.
before I take it ahead or before I invest more time, so I need to have that sanity in place, right? Wherein should I really invest time in this opportunity, or if I cannot, or if I don't want to, at least can I create that urgency in customers' mind? That is also one
Yeah.
of course, it is easier said than done, but there is a process also to it, in fact, wherein if in case I can create that urgency by asking a more pointed questions to a prospect, so that will eventually push a customer to move forward in the entire sales process. So we
Yeah.
can, I think, probably discuss slightly in detail on this
Sure.
big thing. So should we plan a conversation sometime this week then?
No, this week it's going to be difficult. I'm flying out on Thursday morning,
Sure.
so I will have to involve my other partner as well.
Okay.
So give me a few slots for the next week. I will schedule
Sure.
it based on our availability.
Sure. I think next week, half of the week, because of Deepavali, it's
Diwali, yeah, I
yeah,
understand.
right. So sometime on Thursday, Friday, can we plan it on
Yeah,
23rd or 4th? Does
yes,
that work?
yes.
I'll check
Yeah,
with my.
Thursday should be okay.
Sure,
Give me a couple of slots for Thursday.
sure.
We will find based on our convenience, we will update it.
Yeah. Let me check with my consultant. Then let me recommend you some of the slots. So,
Sure,
so you
sure.
people are based in Chennai?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, fair enough. Anything else you want to know from my end?
No. So if you can share some case studies or some, I understand you can't share the
Yeah.
company names,
Mhm.
but some references in terms of what you have done to those guys,
Sure.
that would be very helpful.
Sure, absolutely. Let me do that. I think I'll share our website link also, wherein some of the testimonials also have video testimonial. You can take a look
No,
of.
I understand about the customer, but I would like to understand more on the engagement you have done to them.
Sure. Yeah,
So don't need the company name if you
sure.
want to share if there
Okay.
is any NDAs signed. But on the high level, at least what you guys have really delivered to them, it would be really good to know
Yeah,
to move
let
further.
me do that. Definitely.
Yeah.
Anything from you, Nanda?
I was about to ask the question that Ganga wanted to ask. Ganga just asked, like, so we just wanted to know the reference customers, like, so that we can also speak to them and see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Reference, definitely I can arrange that. But I think once we reach to slightly in advance,
Yeah,
right,
understood.
I'll be in a
Yeah.
position to definitely do that for sure.
No,
The
that is fine. That is fine. Yeah.
Sure.
This problem is always there, right? Like there are so many emails that we get over a week that, okay, so
Yeah.
we will enable these sales for you
Yeah.
guys, right? So
Yeah.
we, most of the times we don't wanted to even engage, but
Yeah.
somehow we thought, okay, we should engage for
Yeah.
this meeting. So that is the reason why, because I have not set meetings like this before. I don't know
Uh-huh.
whether Ganga have done it, but
Uh-huh.
so we wanted to make sure that we wanted to get into the right
Yeah,
team to work, right?
definitely. No, makes sense. Nanda, I mean, let me be very honest. See, we are, first of all, we are not a training agency at all. So we are a sales performance improvement company. right? We are very passionate about B2B sales, enterprise sales especially. And if you are just looking for a training agency, something like that, then I think you should not consider us at all, because you'll get a lot of training agencies, and they are definitely reasonably well. But we only get into a conversation wherein we certainly want to make an impact on your eventual sales KPIs, because and we are not in that business of, okay, we are interested in only just a conversation or just getting into a engagement, but we genuinely want to make an impact on your business. That's our fundamental goal of our organization also. Yeah, definitely during next conversation, yeah, you will definitely will be able to share more also, for sure.
No, that is the
No.
same for us also. Like we wanted to
Mm.
make an impact at this
Yeah,
stage, right?
yeah,
Where the AI has also have got
yeah.
into a lot of threat.
Mm.
So we have to be really valuable to our end
Yeah,
customers so that we make an impact. So we are also into the same mindset.
yeah,
So we don't
right.
engage, we don't want to engage if that is not the
Just
case,
for the
right?
sake of
Yeah, for the sake
engagement.
of getting into the
Mm.
engagement. So we have to
Yeah,
be highly serious on this, which
yeah,
you both have to
absolutely.
grow. That is,
Yeah,
if that is the
absolutely.
commitment that we both have, then we engage, otherwise we don't.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, definitely AI. But how do you see overall, considering you come from this side, right? Overall threat of AI in terms of the overall the potential.
See, the problem is Hakuna Matata have been doing application development for almost like 17 years, right?
Mm,
So we are into application development right from that's our heart is that like we are not aligned with any platforms. So today
mm,
we are aligning with platforms, but so far we have not aligned with any platforms. We have been
mm,
outright development agencies. And
mm,
we are more of tech guys. Like we take a very
yeah.
challenging problems and we try to solve and we get
Mm-hmm,
into the contract. And I think that is the reason why we have got all the logos in place. But
mm-hmm,
today it is all shaken out because
mm,
the application development has become democratized as much as possible.
mm,
So we have to, in a situation that we have to change our path, like we have to look at a different path altogether, what we have done in the past from what we have done in the past. So
mm,
we are as a team, I think that is the reason Ganga also said like we don't wanted to expand the sales team today. We wanted
mm,
to, I mean, to be very nimble as much as possible at the top, so that we, unless and otherwise, we figure out a way and we
mm,
figure out the answer for what is going to happen for the next 1 or 2 years. We don't wanted to scale further.
mm,
So we have been a very big organizations like 100 and 110, 120, and then we have come down a little bit. Now today we are very nimble so that until we figure out a way, we don't want to get into that
mm. Yeah,
next
yeah. Okay,
cycle.
understand. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay, all right then.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, Vinayak. So
Thank
Vinayak,
you.
just to understand how many sales consultants you have, because to be passionate, you need to work with a set of close sales consultants, right?
Yeah,
You can't.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't be dependent on just a handful. So we have around 10 consultants
Okay.
currently. As I mentioned earlier, yeah, who has lived the life of a salesperson at least for two
Okay. Good.
decades, and share out of their passion. Yeah, they have now went to quit their corporate career, and they have associated, and they're all spread
Okay.
across predominantly in Mumbai, Bangalore, Pune, and NCR.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Done.
All
Thank
right,
you.
let me
Thank
come
you.
back with the slot then. Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
Gangaraj.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Thank you, Vinayak.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you.
Have a
Bye.
good day.
Bye. Same.